I might make, there's a pull. Where'd that come from? Hi friends, welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer and yarn dyer from Connecticut, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Blame the Knots, on my website, blametheknots.com, and of course, right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. Today, we are here for episode 69 of the podcast. It is Wednesday, April 29th. It has been a full month since I filmed one of these. Normally I come here every other week and talk to you about what I've been working on, knitting, crocheting, spinning, weaving, all the other arts and crafts that I decide to dig into. But it has been a full month, and we will talk about that as we go through the episode. But without further ado, I am not wearing anything handmade today. I just could not be bothered. I wanted to be comfy and cozy today. If you couldn't tell, I have been feeling a bit under the weather. So let's move right in to our finished objects. If you've been around the channel recently, you know that I have been feeling very mopey and sad and floopy and just blah about my making lately. I haven't been able to kind of find my spark again. And I still don't really know if I found it. I think I have. I think I might have found my spark again, but it might just be a little bit different than it was before. But anyway, I do have a couple of finished objects, and I know you might be thinking, MC, you finished 2 garments. You can't say that you don't have a making drive right now. I don't know. It just, maybe also because I've been sick, things just aren't feeling as exciting, even though I've been kind of chugging along through some things. Anyway, the first thing that I have to show you is something that I showed you a little bit of last time, but it was just barely started. And I have finished, now, okay, it's done, but it hasn't been blocked and there are a lot of ends. So hang on, let me get some space here. I have finished a dress. Oh my gosh. It's hard to show you. This is wild. Look at this. Look at how the pooling changed when I got to my hips. It looks so obnoxious on camera, but I have to tell you that in person and like when I'm wearing it, it doesn't look like that. Like it literally looks like I like changed skeins right here, and then it's just like 2 different yarns. It's not. First of all, I changed skeins like up here and they blended just fine up here, and then the pooling, the stitch count got to a certain amount around my hips. My pile of whips just fell over. It got to a certain stitch count around my hips and the pooling just changed, and I just decided that I wanted to go with it and I wanted to just see what happened and let it be. I know that bothers some people. I know some people are like very go with the flow with the pooling and some people are very anti-pooling. It kind of depends for me. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't, and this time I decided I wanted to just see what happened. So anyway, this is the colorway Working for a Living on my For Sure fingering base, and this, you might not be able to tell, but I am holding this inside out. It is the reverse stockinette side. Here is the stockinette side, if that helps at all. Probably not. But anyway, this dress is really fun. Will look a lot better once the ends are woven in and things are blocked. It has a split hem. It has a slightly curved hem, which you can't see right now because it needs to be blocked out. So a very slightly curved hem, split hem. It's like midi length, very sporty. I did do a split at the neckline like I did on my Stadium Crew, but I actually, when I have this on, I'm I'm making some decisions on how I feel about it. I just wish I had done the scoop a little bit deeper, I think. But we'll see what happens when it blocks out. I might make, there's a pull. Where'd that come from? I might make another one of these and make a few minor adjustments. There's a couple little teeny tiny things that I would like to maybe change. Like so small, a difference of like 2 stitches here and there, changes that you would probably look at it and go, what? Those are exactly the same thing. I know, but you know, I want the design to be the best that I can make it. So I might change a couple of little things here and there, but I think first things first, we really need to block it and see how things change after that. Also, I have intended from the beginning to wear this dress reverse stockinette side out, but I think I need to do some testing. I need to do some just like other tests with some other yarns, maybe do like contrast, see how things work. I just need to try a couple different things because I think that this dress is designed in a way so that it could be completely reversible. So you can wear it whatever way you want. So sometimes you might want to wear it stockinette side out, and sometimes you might want to wear it reverse stockinette side out, and I think that we've done it. I think we can do it, but I know that that is a bold claim, and I want to make sure that I am correct before I really fully go all in on that. Anyway, this dress does not have a name. It is a new design by me. It's fun. I really like it. I love how it fits. Love how it fits. I think I just want to see it blocked and then see if there's any changes I want to make before I make another sample and then get it into testing and etc., 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 etc. The next thing that I finished is something that you have not seen at all because it was initially going to be a surprise, and then I decided it wasn't going to be a surprise, and then everything fell apart, and it didn't even matter if it was a surprise. Let me show you. I made, once again, this needs to be blocked, ends woven in, all of that kind of stuff. I made the Dopamine skirt by Chelsea of Knitting Tipsy. I love this so much. I feel like I need to scooch back. Probably should have done that with the dress too, but I love this so much. I also do not have an elastic in here yet. So all of the finishing things need to be done. I need to put the elastic through, make sure it's fitting exactly the way I want it to, and then sew it all up and do all that. But it's done. It's done. And this is using my colorway 3-way calling attack, which was my Mean Girls color for last October. I love this skirt. It's so good. I used DK weight yarn. The pattern is made to measure, so you can use whatever you want. It is also per the pattern and per most of the samples that were made, it is a maxi length skirt. But I decided to make mine short because I only had this much yarn and I wanted to, and I liked the idea of a shorter skirt. I'll wear it more. So I love this so much. I used a 4.5 millimeter hook. The only modification that I did is that you're supposed to go down a hook size for the waistband and then go up to your regular hook size for the skirt. But I tend to start really tight with crochet. My first couple rows are usually a little bit tighter, and then my gauge evens out. So I decided instead of going down, I would just use the same hook because it was going to be a little bit tighter to begin with anyway. So I'm fine with that. And then I changed, instead of chaining at the beginning of each row, I did a standing double crochet because that's just my preferred method. And that's it. I love it so much. I was going to make this to wear to the Fiber Witch Festival in Salem, which was this past weekend, and I was going to meet Chelsea, and it was going to be amazing, and I was going to be wearing my skirt, and it was going to be the best time ever. And I had plans with all kinds of friends. And then I got very sick, and I was feeling a little bit better by the weekend, but it would have been a really dumb decision for me to go for my own health and for the health of others. So I stayed home, and I was really, really sad, and I'm still sad. And I don't know if I'll ever get over it, but I do love my skirt. So both of those things that I finished this week are like kind of not really done because I need to do the last little bits, but we're going to call them done because they're close enough. All the actual knitting and crocheting is done. For works in progress, I brought back a couple of things that I haven't touched in so long, and unfortunately I once again haven't touched them in a little bit because this happened a couple weeks ago. I was getting really into them and excited, and then I got sick, and not much at all has happened since I got sick. But anyway, the first thing that I finished that I'm really excited about is that I finished a bobbin of my 1 pound spin that I'm trying to do. So this does not look that exciting because it is brown and does not want to focus. Come on. There we go. It's brown, it's shadowy, it's not exciting, but it is beautiful. This is a merino cross brown natural fiber that I got. This is not from a fleece or anything that I prepped myself. It is just some fiber, some combed top. You can see kind of a little bit on my wheel back there that I got. I got a pound of it. I wanted to test it out, see if it was something that I wanted to offer in the shop as well. And I started spinning it a long time ago, and then I fell away from it, and then I came back to it, and I really want to get back into it. I have been itching to spin this, but just sitting up and being active with my whole body was just not going to happen while I was sick. So I finished one bobbin and I started a second bobbin. I am not very far on the second bobbin, so I am trying really hard I only have 3 bobbins for my shacked sidekick, which is what I'm using to spin this on. And I only have 3 bobbins, so I'm trying really hard to fit an entire pound onto 3 bobbins, which technically the bobbins, I think are only supposed to hold 4 ounces each. So we're doing good so far that I managed to get this all into 1 bobbin. But yeah, we're cruising along. Hopefully by the next time I talk to you for a podcast, I will have a second bobbin done. I actually already have a pattern in mind of what I would want to make with this. I do not remember the name of it, and I do not remember where it went. It's a pattern that a friend of mine from my knitting group gave me, and well, to be continued. We will get there. We have a long way to go. We have to finish making the singles, and then we have to make the yarn. I think I'm going to chain ply it. I'm not positive though. The next work in progress that I have is also another very exciting spin. This is a spin using some Rolags that I got back in the fall from Kira Wiggins, and it is this kind of like, it was a set of 5 Rolags that basically kind of transitioned from a lighter dusty pink to a chartreuse color, and we are almost full chartreuse now. There's like a little bit of pink still in here, but we're getting really close to being fully chartreuse. This spindle is mostly the 3rd of 5 Rolags that's on here. So it's kind of in the middle where we're like almost half and half. I'm using all of my Bosworth spindles that I have gotten over the years for this. So this was spindle number 3 that I finished, and then I started spindle number 4, which is not very exciting as of yet. It's like just barely started. And you can see that this row leg is a lot more chartreuse. And I do have one more to go. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to figure something out because this is my last Bosworth spindle that I have. So I can't fit 2 row legs on here. So I have to figure out what I want to do. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Do I, is this just a reason to buy another Bosworth spindle? Could it get here in time for me to finish this in like a timely manner? Is there like a used Bosworth spindle de-stash world out there? I'm sure there is. I don't know what it is, but anyway, this is really fun. Once again, I was really enjoying doing this before I got sick, and then once I got sick, it's just hard to do the like full body things. So I haven't worked on that in a little bit, but I would love, love, love to be able to get another of these spindles filled up before the next time I see you. I really want to get these projects done because I also am kind of itching to start a new spinning project, but I really, 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 really want to try to finish or at least make really good progress on one of these 2 spins before I start something new, because I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of a little bit like right there sticking out. Some new fiber that I got. I have in the past couple of weeks, I've gotten 4 new braids of fiber. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to spin them. So anyway, that is all I have for works in progress. I have not touched my Harlequilt since the last time I showed it to you. I have not touched those Advent self-striping socks that I just need to put heels into. Oh well. And that's it. I don't have any more projects that I'm working on. Literally nothing is cast on. So I do have a couple of trips coming up soon. So like, I think I have a road trip and a train trip that I will need to take soon. So I have to cast something on because I do want to start spending more time on my Harlequilt and really like finally getting that done. But it's going to be, it kind of already is at the point where it's really not the best for travel. Like I'm not going to want to carry that on a train and try and squeeze it in to like the tiny seats and stuff. So I do want to cast something new on. But what that is, I don't know. I have a couple of ideas. I have a couple of design ideas. I have a couple of ideas from other people that I just want to make. I have a couple of shop samples I want to make. I'm looking at my yarn. There's just a lot to choose from. And I don't know what's going to make me the happiest. We don't really have anything to talk about in the shop today because at the risk of sounding like a broken record, I have been sick. So there's not much to talk about. I have actually made a decision on what my next collection is going to be. So I have started pulling together some inspiration photos and thinking about things and thinking about how I want it to all tie together. I doubt that by the next time I record, I will have stuff to show you. I might have a few of the colorways decided on, but I would say probably 2 podcasts from now, I will be able to announce the collection and show you all of the colorways. But I think just because of the stuff that we have going on in the next couple weeks, I don't think I'm going to have enough time for full collection development. But I have made a decision on that, so that's very exciting. But I can't tell you anything about it yet. So Anyway, there's still plenty of ready to ship yarn. There's still the Hall Pass box is available. We do have a few of those left in the shop. So if you want to fill up a box with 5 skeins for $100, there's plenty to choose from. And yeah, that's all we got. The huge, you know. Life. Oh, life. I mean, it's been a month since the last time that I spoke to you, so I'm not going to take you through a whole month, but it has been very busy. Firstly, Shandy was sick. We don't entirely know what happened. We think it was just a stress related thing. She got sick, had some digestive problems. She was fine. She always takes a really long time to transition back to her regular food afterwards. So it was like a couple weeks of like fancy meals for Shandy. But she is all good now. In the middle of that, I also got another migraine. So I was actually, I think probably the worst migraine I've ever had in my life. It lasted 3 full days and I was miserable and hated everything. So there was that. And then because of that, that's why I didn't film my last podcast on my every other week schedule. I was supposed to be doing a podcast. I decided to replace it with a different video, which is my new Kit It or Quit It series. If you haven't gone and watched that yet, go vote on what kit you think I should work on. But anyway, I didn't have it in me to film a podcast, and I think hadn't even started my dopamine skirt yet, so I didn't even have much to talk about. So I decided to push that back a week, and then my migraine got better. I felt better. It sucked, but I ended up feeling better. We went to a Hartford Wolfpack game, which was really fun. I got Joe tickets to that for his birthday. It was the Hartford Wolfpack versus the Providence Bruins, and the Bruins won. The P Bruins won. I was a little bit conflicted on who to root for because I'm from Connecticut, so I wanted to root for the Wolfpack, but then also I went to Providence College and they have a relationship with the P Bruins, so I kind of wanted to root for them. I was very confused, very conflicted. So whatever, it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. And then I went from one Wolfpack thing to another because after the Hartford Wolfpack game, we went to the Wolfpack retreat with the Little Wolf Knits down in New Jersey, and that was a really good time. It was so much fun hanging out with everyone, seeing all my friends, spending some really good time with them and chatting with them for several days. It was so much fun, so much fun. I miss them all incredibly already. And then I came home and I got sick. So once again, I pushed off a podcast episode. I didn't film anything last week because I was awful. I had a fever and I honestly had like no voice to speak of. So I know I sound pretty funky right now, but I sound a million times better than I did last week. I basically couldn't talk. So that sucked. And then I was supposed to go to Fiber Witch Festival and I didn't because I was sick. So there we go. Now we are caught up on my life in the past couple of weeks / month. Okay, good. I'm looking at the time of how long I was talking about that and it was only a couple of minutes. So thank goodness we didn't ramble too long. Yeah, basically during all of that, I was trying to kind of find myself again, knitting, crochet, craft-wise. I did a lot of organizing in my office. I was just trying anything and seeing what stuck. I did a heck of a lot of organizing. I made some drawer organizers with the 3D printer for my sewing table. Very exciting, very nerdy. Not really quality content, but I had a blast doing it. I love them. It is so satisfying to open my drawer now, and I just want to like sew and make things, and I can't wait to do the rest of the drawers and get everything all organized so that I can just reach everything I need when I need it. Yeah, wow, that's incredibly boring. I can't believe I just talked that much about drawer organizing. But yeah, that's been it for right now. Hopefully I'm feeling a lot better and we are back in the game. I do want to get going on some knitting and crochet stuff. I think right now, I think I'm starting to get back to it because right now my biggest problem is that I can't decide which thing I want to work on first. So that's a better problem to have than not wanting to work on anything. So right now I can't decide which thing I want to do first. I'm kind of torn between, I have a new design that I want to work on. I have some designs that are done, but it would be great to make another sample. So do I want to do something completely new or something like fresh, but I've already done it before? Or I kind of want to just like grab some squishy yarn and make something that someone else has designed and just have some fun. Or I could work on my Harlequin quilt a little bit. We'll see. I'll let you know next time. Anyway, you can feel free to let me know what you think I should work on. I don't know if I will listen to you because I tend not to do that, but I swear I will read the comments and I will think about it. Thank you so much for coming along with me. It was great to get back behind the camera and talking to you. I hope to have some really exciting stuff to talk about next time. And until then, take care of you and I will see you later. Bye.